everyone. Welcome to Snoodon's podcast. And today I got a special guest who's stationed together. He's a hooper and just all around being a great person too. Mr. Collier, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I appreciate you having me on. So I'm gonna do this like, kind of how Vlad do it, but I want you to kind of, chit chat with me too. So
all right, I got you.
I'm gonna start from the jump. So tell me about how it was growing up here in Atlanta when you was on the come up.
I lived in Riverdale, so it was great. It was me and my dukes. She was married at the time. Well, she's still married to my stepdad, Danny. So we was in Riverdale. It was cool. I was the new guy around, so I just tried to get in where I fit in. But I always hoop. So when I got on the court, that's where the friendships kind of came from. Like hooping, that's how I made my friends. Like, even in the military, that's how I kind of got around. Hooping, sports, that's how I got along with people. So basketball is kind of where it started at. I played football in middle school too, but kind of stopped when I moved to Riverdale. But everything else was straight though.
So when you got to high school, what was your primary sport that you played in high school?
High school, I decided to just go with basketball.
Basketball, okay.
I did. I don't know why for real, because football was my first sport. It was my first love for real. Like it was my better sport, if I'm being honest. But it was just something about basketball, bro. Like I just gravitated towards it, so I couldn't deny it, bro. So I just started to focus on that. I put all my work in at that, cause I really had to work at basketball, bro.
Yeah. Tell me about some of the workouts you had to do, or how was it more difficult than football?
Well, I wouldn't say it was more difficult. It was just I was an athletic kid, so growing up in South Georgia, we was outside running around, flipping, fighting, racing, so that's just what we did. So I was an athletic kid, so I started I was just one of the kids I could always jump, run fast. I started dunking in 8th grade, so that was when I got my first dunk, 8th grade.
Tell me what was the vibe like. What was going on? Tell me about that.
It was game day, man. So it was a game day. I'll never forget it. I was starting at half court. It was before the game. So everybody warming up.
Right.
So this is just right after school.
Right.
So I'm trying. Boom, I'm missing. I tried 5 times. I missed it. And that 6th time, I'll never forget. I just went up. Boom. It was a little rim grazer though. It was one of the little rim grazers, but I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh no, that counts.
It's up. It count though.
Yeah.
I was only 5'8", 5'9".
Okay.
So I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to net. So.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Yeah. So tell me about your best game in high school. Tell me about your best game.
My best game in high school.
Yeah.
It probably had to be at home against Westlake.
Okay. How many points you threw at that game?
It was 20. I think it was 26. But damn, I did have a crazy game against North Clayton. We'll talk about that.
Oh man, come on.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's the net question. Go ahead and punch that one in the net, unfortunately.
Nah, I say Westlake. I say the Westlake game. It was because the Westlake game, they smacked us at their crib. We played them first at Westlake.
Yeah.
They smacked us. I'm talking about Coach P was mad. I'm talking about he sat us down. He put all the freshmen and the sophomores in.
Yeah.
So we pissed.
Right.
We was pissed. When they got to the crib, we was pissed. Terrell just came back because he was hurt.
Right.
Dante, I think Dante was hurt at the time too.
What year you graduated?
09.
Okay, so you kind of remember Carey,
them boys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So let me paint this story for you. Yeah. So just think me as a freshman, I'm coming in, new school, whatever, right? So football get around. I don't play.
Right.
I wanted to, but I'm just I ain't gonna play. I won't really. But when basketball came around, we go in the weight room and stuff. So I'm all right. We walk in. The varsity's already warming up.
Right.
They just talked to us for real. Talked to us in the weight room. The varsity's warming up. You know what I'm saying? Varsity and JV warming up. So they doing 3-man weave. I never forget it. I'm walking. We lined up on the baseline.
Right.
You know how Riverdale Gym was.
Right.
So they coming down. The first person we see when we walk out, or at least person I see, is Chris on a 3-man weave. And I just see them throw it up. And I just see Chris go grab it with 2 hands and shack that.
Right.
Boom. I'm like, okay, y'all expect us to, you know what I'm saying, to practice with these dudes? Okay, so the next person I see is Fred. A lot of people don't know Fred.
Right.
But Fred was one of the coldest hoopers. But Fred, bro, we'll talk about But Fred caught a 360, bro. They threw the loop, 360. Boom, this 3-man weave.
Yeah.
Bro, Fred like 5'10", bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. Then here come Jeremy, 6'5". Boom.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So I'm like, okay, I see what's gonna happen.
Right.
Toots come in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
Toots,
shout out to Toots, bro. So I'm like, okay. I see what we're here for.
Right.
Like, all right, we'll see how this go.
So tell me about how your games went against North Clayton. Cause I went to the Clayton. Tell me how the wins and losses with that.
That was probably, I'd say that's probably the best rivalry, I think.
Facts.
In the city, at least Southside for sure.
At least Southside
for sure.
Not Mount Zion, not Lodge, nah.
Bruh, them games, bro, back then, bro, like we had to go to neutral grounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
them games were crazy, man.
Like I remember the transition. Like I remember 9th grade, I think we played at home and stuff, 9th grade. They let us play there. And then like sophomore year and I want to say junior year, we had to play at Mount Zion or somewhere else.
Mount Zion one with actual big gym.
Like, bro, it was standing only, bro. Like, they was sitting in the steps of the bleachers. Like, I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy. On the baseline, all the Riverdale and Clay County out there.
I mean, they already know what's going to happen at the game. Whoever loses, going to fight.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a fight. Somebody going to try to win one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
So, I know you graduated in 2009. Did you go the college route?
Yeah. I went to college after high school. I went to JUCO, Illinois. It's called Lincoln Trail.
How was that?
It was a culture shock, bro. It was a culture shock. Cause like the dorms were right across from like just corn.
Yeah.
Like I ain't never been to Midwest.
Yeah.
So that was a culture shock, bro. Snow, like blizzards. That was crazy. Like, we was the only really black people there was us on the basketball team.
How many of y'all was it?
12. But it was probably like, if it was 12 of us on the team. I think we had 10 black people.
Yeah. So how was the interaction with the coaches and the players? Like, was it a good environment? Did you?
No, it was cool. Like the coach was black.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Coach Cotton, he was black. Okay. He played at Utah State. He was a sniper, so he was cool.
Yeah.
So like he helped us navigate because like we had the prison right behind us too.
Okay.
So he always joke with us. He was like, all right, y'all go out here. Y'all keep messing around. When the blueberries, the cherries get on you, I ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm like, all right, so ain't no playing around over there. You know what I'm saying? Rob still knows we stick out like a sore thumb, bro.
Right.
So, but you know, Miles Leonard, 7-footer.
Yeah.
That's where he from.
Oh, okay.
Like I seen him in high school.
Word.
I was there when he was in high school.
Yeah.
So I seen him now. That's a big white boy, dog.
Yeah, he is big as hell.
Big white boy, dog. But he could hoop though. He could really hoop though. So it's like that was cool to see that.
Yeah. So how long were you out there for?
I did 2 years out there.
Okay, so
I was contemplating on the second year because Coach Cotton had left. But I went and had it finished. And then I ended up going to Savanah State. And I was going to play football down there and basketball. But I just ended up that was.
Do you want to talk about it or you want me to go to the next question?
Nah, we can talk about it because I want, like, kids got to know.
Sure.
Kids got to know this type of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, coming out of high school, like, our AAU, like Coach Byron, like Coach B, he didn't want us to like go to school in Georgia.
Right.
And we understand why. Like I know I didn't, but when I got to Savanah State, I understood why.
Why is that?
We wasn't focused. Couldn't focus, bro.
Yeah, because you can go home.
Couldn't focus, bro. We right there. Everybody from the city was down there. Everybody was either at Savanah State, Albany State. You know what I'm saying? So HBCU. So it's like I had no focus.
Man, I was down there in Albany in 2009. I went to Darton before they swapped it down to Albany State.
Yeah.
So I understand. I got
I'm
the
saying,
same thing. I got distracted, and then they go to my next question. What made you join the military? Because that's where we ended up meeting each other at.
Well, I ended up, after Savanah State, I ended up having an opportunity to go play in Kentucky.
Okay.
So dude I went to JUCO with, he was from Owensboro, Kentucky.
Okay.
So I went down there because they had a new coach. He was like, bro, just come down, bro. Just come try out, bro. You never know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So the assistant coach, Lionel, you know what I'm saying, he called me. I get on the Greyhound.
Right.
Get on Greyhound, go down there 3 days. Matt, my boy Matt down there, him and DeLon. So we go to the open gym, hoop. They offered me on the first day. I'm like, cool, I'll just come here, just sign up. So I was fortunate enough to do that, and I ended up staying there for 3 years.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so my first year there, I kind of like redshirt.
Yeah, okay.
Because I wasn't focused at Savanah State.
Yeah.
I had to get my grades back up.
Was it more of just like you didn't want to do homework, or you just partying and, you know what I'm saying, riding with your boy down to Statesboro, or going to Georgia Southern on a Tuesday and you got class on Wednesday? Or what was the real distraction for you?
All that.
Yeah.
All that.
Same for me.
All that.
Yeah.
And all I would do is I would go hoop. And I'd go hoop in the gym. And everybody was like, bro. And everybody just thought I was going to hoop.
Right.
I was like, oh, you going to hoop down here. Like, you out here killing.
Yeah.
Because I'm hooping against the basketball team, too.
Right.
Like,
getting it in.
Yeah. Like, Hassan was down there. You know what I'm saying? He played at Riverdale. And I know
yeah.
Hassan for a minute. There's a couple of them dudes down there. So it's like, I just had the grades. And then D1, how it works is different. Because I did 2 years at JUCO.
Right. So
your eligibility clock starts.
Oh.
So you only get 8 semesters to play 4 years, I think that's what. And then D2 and down, you get 10.
Okay.
So that's how I was able to redshirt and still play my last 2 years.
Gotcha.
But I still, because I went full-time at Savanah State, I still lost half a season my senior year when I went to the school in Kentucky. So
out of all those 3 schools you went to, which one do you like the most? Which one did you like the most? You can either go hooping-wise or just kicking-it-wise. You can even answer it both ways. Hooping-wise and then one kicking-it-wise.
Oh, kicking-it-wise, this is Savanah State, no doubt. Like, kicking-it-wise, bro, yeah, but I should have been thinking about something totally different.
Right.
Like, I was on a different type. I should have been on a different type of path, but I let myself get distracted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that just comes to discipline. I wasn't disciplined. So, luckily, I say Kentucky was where I grew up. Like, I ended up coming into my own.
Right.
Because at that time, in Savannah, I ended up having my son, 2012.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got to make a decision.
Yeah. So this kind of making sense. So in 2012, I just got back from Afghanistan, and you joined in 13 or 14?
I joined in 2016.
16. So what really made you join at that point?
At that point, it was either go play in Spain or go to the military, because my little man needed me at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to make sure he was straight. Like, insurance, like, the responsibility to be able to provide for real. I was a college student.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, he was the reason why I went in the military, for real.
So, I mean, you just said between there and Spain, why you didn't want to, don't you get, like, the real guap in Spain? So, why you didn't really go to Spain?
The reason why I didn't go to Spain route was because I was coming from a smaller school.
Okay.
I was coming from a small school. I would have had to work up the rank. So I would have had to start at a lower division.
Okay. And
go up. So I knew I was going to have to be over there for at least 2 years straight, 2-3 years straight.
Right.
Before I really saw any, like, real, like, you know what I'm saying, give back from it.
Right.
So, like, it was either, but by that time, I think, like, 2-3 years, he would have been 7 at that time, 6, 7. So it's like,
right. Yeah. Yeah, you get the military,
you know what I'm saying?
You get benefits, you get benefits, he get deer, so
right.
ouch, my hand hurt, and they go right to the VA and get taken care of it. So tell me about your basic training AIT experience and what was your job in the military. Because I know we probably got a funny story about it. So tell me about how it was for you in basic AIT before you got to El Paso.
Basic was cool, bro. I had fun in basic. I ain't gonna lie.
You had fun. What about you?
It was fun, bro. I went to Fort Jackson, bro.
So you weren't relaxing, were you?
I was relaxing.
I was not relaxing in Jackson though.
For real, huh?
Bruh, when I went there, I ain't know what a barracks was to AIT. So we slept in the open bay, so basically like them trailers and all that. So we didn't go to the DFAC. So we got hot eggs every day. So we had to go out there in the TMP
to go get the food.
You know what I'm saying? That big green thing, and we eat, you know what I'm saying, food like that.
Nah, we marched to the DFAC.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm capping. We did go for dinner, but like, you know, it was more hot eggs than DFAC type stuff. So.
Oh, they did that y'all on purpose.
Yeah, they did break us down though, but it did work though.
Nah, I had a cool set of dress artists. Yeah. They wasn't that bad, bro. Like, my drill sergeants was on you, but they wasn't that bad, bro. Like
Okay.
I had a cool experience, bro. I had fun, bro. It was like sports to me, bro. Like I don't know.
So tell me, cool. what was your run, if you remember? What was that run time when that last PT testing, basically? I know that was most people best shape in their life. Like once you like at that time, you know we ain't eating it for real.
Dang, that you talking about the 2 mile, right?
Yeah, the 2 mile. Before they swapped it up, yeah.
My last, I think my fastest time in basic was. It was like a 12:40. I think 12:40.
And you joined when you were about 24, 25.
I was 20. Let me think. 1991.
Yeah.
So I was 26.
And so yeah, you killing the run time. So yeah, you making about yeah, that's a because at 21 you got to run like a 13. I think I ran probably like a 15, 20 around that time. What was your job though? Like what was your job in the military?
I was a 91 Delta. I was a generator mechanic.
So tell everybody who don't really know what that really means, what did you really do in the military?
So like a generator mechanic, like when we go to the fields, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure the generators are up to par so you can get your electricity for.
And that's critical too, yeah.
Your phones that you want to charge up,
right.
Like
or that heat.
The heat that you need for your tent, like so. It was cool, man. I actually enjoyed that too, though. Like learning that, cause we had 3 jobs. We had that. We had the batteries. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to come for us for the batteries. If you want a hazmat, you needed any type of oil, anything, you had to come for us for that too.
Y'all would plug.
We would plug. You know what I'm saying?
So I had the fuel side. You had
the fuel. I had the generator and the batteries and everything.
So tell me how it was for you at Fort Bliss. How long you at Fort Bliss for?
I was at Fort Bliss for. Well, I got there in 2017. So like 2.5 years, bro. I wasn't there that long.
At 13 and left in 18.
Yeah, I wasn't there that long at all.
So tell me about how the unit was where we was at. Was it Far Company or I know the name swapped by the end.
It was.
Who was our first sergeant at the time? I don't think it was first sergeant Horn at the time. Was it still first sergeant Horn or we had somebody?
I wasn't there for Horn.
Okay.
I heard about Horn.
Yeah.
I was there with Why I can't think of
I'm forgetting too. Oh, he was from Alabama.
That was our first sergeant.
Yeah, that was
from Alabama. Yeah.
I forgot his name though.
Purter.
Huh? Yup, sure was. Sure was. He was so country, but he was cool.
Yeah, that was Mike. That was.
Yeah. I don't want to go into much.
Yeah.
He ain't first on no more, but. Yeah. But tell me how it was for you at Fort Bliss, though. You know, hooping, playing sports.
Fort Bliss was fun, bro. Fort Bliss was fun, bro. Like, I ain't got too much to complain about Fort Bliss. Like, of course, like, the leadership was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, they call it the career killer for a reason.
Or the black hole.
Like, I heard that too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the first day out there, bro, like a sergeant first class told me, he was like, hey, if you can get out of here, get out of here. Don't judge your military life off of Fort Bliss. I'm like, dang, like, is that bad? Oh, it's that bad, bro. So, it was that bad.
Tell me why you eventually got out of the military.
Family care plan. Got out because of my son.
So explain to everybody exactly what the family care plan is.
So like the family care plan is what is a family care? It's basically like.
Cause I kind of know a little bit.
Cause like you gotta
try to take care of your kid, and it's like
if you ain't got nobody, like if you gotta go deploy or if you have to like go do a field event and you don't have nobody to watch your child, then you have to get out. Cause that's what the family care plan is. Family care plan is somebody that's legally bonded from like I guess from the military or whatever to watch your child while you're gone.
Right.
Yeah. But at that time. You know what I'm saying? I just got my son, so it's like, you want me to go to Korea with a broke heel?
Sure was.
Yeah, I had a broke heel at the time too, so it's like I'm in a cast. Like I just had got him a month ago.
Right.
And y'all know, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, why would y'all? What you think I'm finna do? Okay. I had the family care plan intact, but it's just like going to Korea for that long. Like I couldn't sacrifice that for him, like you know what I'm saying, him for that. Like I couldn't do that. Like it was either them or him, and that's over with.
And you made it right.
I had to choose him. Like there was nothing I could do about it. Like I understood the situation, so I wasn't mad or nothing like that. So
you see, I
Hey, I walk. Hey, now.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining.
Right.
But it was just like going over there. The time period, like he just got with me. Like
Right.
he needs to have me around, and I need to have him around because I gotta figure this out just like he gotta figure it out.
Right.
So it's like, that's cool. I can walk away, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like this close to my degree. Like I had a semester left.
Right.
I still gotta finish that shit.
Yeah, you do. You do gotta finish that. I'm a real.
But so it's like, bro, it's cool. Bro. I can walk away. I get the benefits. I get out honorably, bro. So it's like, I gotta take my son over that one.
Yeah. So tell me, what's the main thing you take from the military into the civilian life? You know what I'm saying? How we living now?
What I try to take is the discipline.
Yeah.
I try to take the discipline. But it's hard sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Definitely hard. But I try to take the discipline. I say that. Cause waking up at what, like 5:30 every day?
Yeah, 05:30, PT.
PT, flag, you know what I'm saying?
All that. Come back 09:30. Yeah. In rank inspection, close ranks, all that.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping yourself in order, you know what I'm saying? Having that routine.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing, bro. Having a routine. But that's just like sports though. So it's like I kind of trying to get myself back on the routine. Right. So like that's my biggest thing right now.
Yeah. So speaking of sports, I know you play football in a different country. So
yeah.
Tell me how that came around and how you started playing. I don't want to elude, so I want you to elude all that. That's what I'm just saying.
Okay,
like that.
Okay. So, at that point, I just got out of the military. You know, I played basketball in the military.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I played for the post team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna try out for all Army, but I had broke my heel at the time. Yeah. So then I ended up getting out. So it's just like, all right, I'm at home, I'm healing up. And you know, you kind of get that sense of like, all right, now what I'm gonna do? Like I kind of need something to pique my interest. Cause yeah, I worked all the jobs, you know what I'm saying? And like honestly, if the job didn't cooperate with my son's schedule, I didn't really.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it.
For sure.
And cause I was blessed with, you know, going to the military,
get a little benefits.
I can make that type of decision. Amen. Like I'm not saying everybody can make that decision if you don't have that type of background and support, but right. I was able to make that decision. But I kind of just, because I was training kids too. And that was the weird part. Like the training kind of always lingered around.
Tell me when you started training kids. When you always did that, just always growing up, or when you actually started training kids?
I think the first time I really trained a kid was, I think it was in college.
Okay.
I think I was in college because in college we used to have to go to the local rec centers and we would like coach teams.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So we would do that. So that was fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that would be cool. Them little dudes be out there really hooping. So that's when I first started. And it kind of, you know what I'm saying, after I left, it kind of got lost. I really ain't do it for a while. Right. The next time I think I did it after that was in the military.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Coach BG, you know what I'm saying? Shout out little BG, you know. I coached, his son was in high school at the time.
Sure.
So I would train him, you know what I'm saying? And he liked it, you feel me? So it was like, it was cool. That's when I would have my heel was broke. So I'm out there talking to him in the cast, basically, like, I wasn't supposed to be doing certain stuff, but I still was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, it was cool, though. So, like, that really what I was like, okay, I gotta get a love for it. Cause I used to do workout myself in college. Right. I didn't take that serious until college, like. Right. And that's the whole nother side, like, training, like, that's really where it go. Like, if you don't train in the off season, like, in season, at practicing and all that stuff, practice isn't for you as an individual. Right. Practice is for the team.
Yeah. I know I deviated from the question, but like the original question I was asking, how do you start playing?
The football.
Yeah, football. Yeah.
So I started. So basically, I was just sitting at the crib one day and I was working out, and I was like, man, I wonder if I could try. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just see if I could try. Like, you know, they got CFL tryouts and Mexico League tryouts. I seen the Mexico League. I think I seen them when I was in El Paso. Okay. You know, because they was on the border. The team was on the border in Warriors.
Shout out to the Chihuahua baseball team. I used to always go watch them play.
Yeah. So that's kind of where that came from. And I just used to see, like, certain stuff pop up. And then, fortunately, one of the dudes who I used to play with, he was ended up becoming the OC
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? The coach over there. So he's still there now. I want to say I think he the head coach this season.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Shout out Alonzo.
Yeah, shout out Alonzo.
So he I got in contact with him because I was working out with, you know what I'm saying, I'll tell you, dude I trained with
Right.
Coach Crawford.
Yep.
You know, Dream, Believe, Grind. That's his organization. I was working out with him in the garage like 2 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was in school and then I was doing this too. So I was just like, all right, that's just the work just kept going. I just kept working for like 6 months, I say. And then the tryouts came along. I went to the tryouts and I ended up making it. Like it kind of like it was crazy.
Where did y'all try out at? Like what was the tryouts at?
The first tryout I went to was in Alabama, and then the next one was in Louisiana, and then the last one I went to was in El Paso.
Okay, so like once you make the team, like you get did they give you like a team passport or something like that, or like how was it when you actually like made the transition getting to Mexico to play the games?
With Ward, well, you do have to have a passport.
Okay, so you got
because you got to travel within Mexico, so you have to travel to. We went to Mexico City. What's the other one? Los Cabos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I played in Cancun. I mean, I don't know.
Cancun came to us.
Oh,
Cancun we wanted to go. We wanted to go to Cancun.
So, how many seasons you played?
I just played one.
So, okay, there's so many questions I want to go about this, but like, how was like the practice out there? Do they practice harder than like in the state here, or like how was the practicing? Like, was it kind of different? Because I know like probably in Mexico, I know they primarily like soccer more than actual like American football.
I mean, the conditions was just different.
Yeah,
I say the conditions for real. Like the fields probably wasn't as good as the fields over here.
Right.
Like, cause it's a lot of you know how El Paso is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same, like rocks, dust, a lot of sand. So it's like the little grass we did have, we had a turf field, but that was it.
Yeah. So how was your first game? Like, you know, you going out there and like you actually about to play. Tell me about the experience of how it was, you know, game day. Like your first actual game day.
It was exciting actually. Like I thought I was gonna be nervous, more nervous than I was, but it was just like okay, cool. Like, cause I honestly, bro, like it really was just like cause my son plays sports, right?
Yeah.
So like he getting to that age where he's seen me in college. He been in the locker rooms. He would like to play sports, so like he say he want to do it, and I tell him, bro, you can do it if you want to do it.
Right.
But if you can tell somebody something all the time, but it's like if they don't see it up close for real, how would you? Right. And like I didn't go like nowhere high, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the NFL or CFL. Like I'm rehabbing right now. Like the dude I train with, he wants me to keep going. And I mean, I kind of want to keep going just to see. Like I don't have really nothing to lose, so it's like I like to play sports, but like I train kids, I cut hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm studying to get my cybersecurity certificates. Like,
sure. Yeah,
bro, like you just gotta have multiple things to do. Something gonna hit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It ain't all. I thought sports was everything growing up, but it's like it's different ways to be involved with it.
Yeah,
it ain't just gotta be you on the court or on the field. Yeah. And so that's the thing that I came to terms with after college, like when I had to make that decision to go. You know what I'm saying? With him. And I still didn't realize all of this until probably like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. When I be interviewing the kids all the time, I always ask them, what if you don't make it in sports?
Yeah.
What would you do
hard.
if you
that's
don't?
What I'm saying.
Like, if it don't? Because that's everybody playing A, so I do try to ask kids like what they primarily do, and most of them be like start a business and stuff like that. But so.
And that's where it said, like these kids, into like today's age, like, they're lucky.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna say that they're lucky, but they're just fortunate they can do it like they own way for real. You can promote yourself in any way you want.
Money in college now, so like you really got to make it to the NFL no more. Be honest.
Get in high school, can't you?
Yeah.
You know what I say? Mikey Williams got deals on him in high school.
Yeah, facts. I didn't even think about that. You sure do.
Well, you just got you do it the right way. You get the lawyers. You know, you got your folks around you that know what they're doing. You can do a lot.
My nephew had a question for you, though. I'm glad he just popped up my mind. He wanted to know when you was playing in the league in Mexico, did y'all only play teams in Mexico? Or did y'all play teams in other countries, or like was it only
Just Mexico?
Just Mexico. How many games y'all had?
We had 8 to 10 games, I think.
Man, I seen you did somebody dirty, but I couldn't find the clip. Tell me, what was your best game out there? Like what?
My best game.
Oh, like yeah. The game it was. I think you were posting it on Facebook, like you were playing out there too, and I think you
It might have been the first game.
Tell me what play it was.
Oh yeah, they cause all right, so the reason why I say the first game, cause I was hurt that whole season.
Okay.
So like my shoulder was messed up, like it kind of like popped out of place and popped back in. So it's like when I did it, it was a what play was it? It was I just had a fade. I forget what play it was. I just know I had a fade. Yeah. The score, like I think it was scoreless. Like it was like the second quarter. I just got in for real because I didn't want to play me because I was hurt.
Yeah.
But that first play is like I felt like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like let me come on. So my guy, you know what I'm saying, Gio.
Yeah.
I'm saying Chio, my bad, my boy Chio. He was the quarterback. He was like, I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So they called the play, gave me a 9 route. He threw it up to the end zone. I just jumped.
Went crazy.
Yeah, I just jumped and got it. I just saw it. So it's like basketball makes that type of stuff like easier, I'll say. I think that's why I gravitated towards basketball because I think it was more of a challenge.
Right. Okay. That do make sense. Okay.
Because it don't matter how high you can jump, how fast you can run, or how strong you are. Like you can go into certain positions, and that could benefit you more. Yeah. But like on the court, it could benefit you, but it really don't for real. Like Shaq is like the only exception.
Basically, fact, yeah.
But even Shaq, people don't realize with Shaq had feet.
And he could move like when he first he was in Orlando.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Shaq was a fool with it. Like people don't give him that just because how strong he was. But like even to get in the positions he was in to make those type of dunks, he still had to have footwork to get there. Like, he wasn't just running through bullying people all the time to get there, bro. They're gonna call that. People like, what are people gonna do? They're gonna stop and start taking charges on him if that's all you doing.
That's all you basically.
So it can't be all he doing to get there.
Right. So I remember when you were just talking, you spoke about injuries that you had. How many games? How many games you played through injury in your lifetime?
If I get probably a percentage, or probably
that'll work too.
Out of 100%, I'll probably say about 75% probably. You always gonna be hurt though.
Right. That's true.
But hurt and injured is two different things.
True. Yeah.
So if you say you injured, like you can't play for real. So that's why I feel like, I mean, y'all calling it an injury.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm hurt.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to this main conversation. I know everybody waiting on the college playoffs right now. People know I'm a big volunteer fan, and I know you're a UGA fan, brother.
Yeah.
So tell me about how the season was. How was UGA season was for you? Like how's it gonna end up? And just give me the whole rundown of how it's looking to you right now.
You talking about this season?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Like do you think the defense this year better than defense last year? Or do you think the team this year better?
It's a different team. I'm not gonna say they're better or they're worse. They're just a different team. They got different strengths that the other team just can't do nothing with it.
True.
Like you can't
do it. You can't do it like that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like you can't say they better. How many first round picks did they have?
You talking about us last year?
Yeah.
Why the hell am I saying us? Then I have a.
You said us because you know.
No.
Deep down in your soul.
Nah, hell no. I can't do
that.
That
you know who you know what I'm saying? Who run things. It's cool though.
Ohio State gonna catch y'all slipping. Marvin Harrison.
Why? Don't be bandwagoning somebody else. Just because y'all lost, don't mean now you want to root for somebody else.
I'm not rooting for them. Just
yes, you did. You just said Ohio State. And why you bring up Ohio State? They ain't got nothing to do with this. You said the Volunteers and the UGA.
That gonna go to the next question though, but yeah, you got a little point about that. It's a little slit animosity.
So it is. I know it is. It's all right.
I'm saying a little checkmate a little bit. Tell me the game plan and how y'all gonna beat Ohio State. Tell me the game plan. If it was Coach you, what would be your game plan?
What would be my game plan?
Yeah.
Honestly, they really just all you gotta do for real is just play, just play how they've been playing. Honestly, because I ain't gonna sit here and act like I've been tuning in every day. I have every Saturday. I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm a dog fan from my soul from a kid.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch the games like I used to.
Right.
Like when the playoffs start, that's when I watch the games. Because I know what's gonna happen in the regular season. I know what's gonna happen in the regular season.
Yeah.
I expect us to win in the regular season. The playoffs is a whole nother ball game.
Sure.
And I think like that's what I'm saying. Like when I watch the game, I still watch it from a player standpoint. Like,
yeah.
The season, you getting in your rhythm. The season gonna be the season. You expect yourself to be at the top of the season.
Right.
The playoffs is when it happens. Because all it takes is one game.
Yeah.
I get multiple games to fix what I did wrong. But
it's ironic. Stetson Bennett is actually having a pretty good passing year. He threw more passing yards than Hendon Hooker, which was kind of interesting to me too. But
why was it interesting?
Because I wasn't expecting. It seemed like Hendon Hooker was throwing 40-yard bombs every game and throwing all the touchdowns to Hyatt. I wasn't really expecting.
I mean, he probably was.
Like that.
I mean, he
but
probably
he was.
Throwing
a lot to Bowser. Yeah, but I don't like UGA like that too. But I do know y'all got that tight end Bowser, and I know like
I seen he's nice
on the team too. So. I just wasn't expecting that because it always seemed like we was the main talk when it came to the
y'all was playing everybody else. Y'all wasn't playing us yet.
But we beat 5 teams in the top 20 before we even played.
But they wasn't us though.
No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't compare that.
No, it wasn't. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I understand you can do it to them. That's cool.
But we ain't do it y'all.
I didn't do it.
Got no comeback for that one. Can't say no. Kirby actually playing smart, right? Actually coaching smart. So
you can't beat it, man.
Michigan and TCU. Who you think gonna get that game?
I want to say Michigan, bro, but I don't know. TCU been going they've been having a solid season this year.
They're pretty solid. The only game I think they really messed up on was that last championship they lost to Kansas State.
I mean,
any team can get caught slipping though. It's
that's what I'm saying. Like,
because they smacked Michigan smacked Ohio State. And I
Michigan
really wasn't. I mean, in a real, so I wasn't expecting that either. So
you know what I'm saying? Any given day, man, like you gotta be on your game. Because if you're not on your game, you're gonna get embarrassed.
So, how much UGA win by a national championship game?
Enough to win.
Okay, and that's the best answer to make. So I know that you say you had some questions for me that you wanted to ask me.
Yeah.
And like some type of stuff like that. So we can kind of switch it up a little bit. I get you to.
Okay, cool. So I want to know like how did you get into the military first?
The reason I got into the military was because that was my last option. I went to college first at George Perimeter out there on the east side.
Yeah.
And then went there for about 2 semesters, and then I wanted to go back to the crib. So I transferred from there, and I went to Darton College in Albany, Georgia. So it's like 08, 09. Doing pretty well. Got bored with school. Dropped out, didn't tell my family. So I was doing some other stuff while I was capping like I was in school. Told my mom the truth. Broke her heart, started crying, felt bad. And then signed up New Year's, and I was going to April.
Hey man, the military, bro, like, you can't really go. I can't say you can't go wrong with that decision because it's a solid decision. Like, if you ain't got nothing like holding you back as far as like responsibilities, like kids like I don't know, bro. I can't say that because there's a lot of people in the military with kids.
True.
If you can make it work, you can make it work.
Yeah, it's just a little more difficult with.
It's a lot more difficult with kids. Yeah. It's a lot because there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like.
True. Daycare.
You gonna be straight.
Going to the field.
Yeah, that's cool.
Y'all gonna watch them when you're in the field for 2 days, or they say now you gotta go to the field for 1 day, and they tell you at 1600. Well, 4 o'clock for the folks who don't know, and then you gotta try to
figure something out at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Nah, that'd be straight though.
Yeah.
And my other question is, what sparked your interest into starting like your podcast and just getting into the whole media?
For sure. Well, when I got out of the army, it was like 2018. I was just sitting chilling, and then my boy Dre hit me up on coaching. But before that, I did like a little podcast before with my boy. Shout out my boy Brandon and Dre. Like, but it wasn't primarily in this type of like with kids and doing interviews like this. But what got me to go to Full Sail was I was just on Instagram and just saw an ad for it. So when I saw the ad, hit them up. And initially, I was gonna make video games because I like math.
Facts.
So
Facts.
when I was talking to the lady about actually like the actual courses and like she talking about calculus and all that extra math stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm good. So I saw the Dan Patrick sportscast like like in the list or whatever. So I saw it, and I remember Dan Patrick from back in the day in ESPN. Like he was fly as hell when he, doing it. So talked to him, looked into it, loved it. So hit him up. I hit him up in October. I went down there in December to get a spot. Got my spot in February, and I was in school by April. And my first episode I did was in June. And shout out my boy Chris. We didn't really have like a real idea of like how I was gonna start it, because like I've been talking about it like weeks before, but I just didn't know how like I was gonna do it, the real journey, everything like that. So it was fortunate that me going to school for it and everything I'm learning in school, I'm just applying it to like what I'm actually doing right now. So last month I did vocal training, which is more like stand-ups. So like I'm training to be like hey, this is Rodney Watch from Full Sail Live, and today we're going to talk about the game between the Ravens and the Falcons. Will Ritter get his first win, or will the backup get the win for the Ravens? Just stuff like that. Okay. So like I just try to apply that to like what I'm doing in the podcast field, and like I wasn't like the most athletic when I got older, so I want to contribute my way into sports too. So I feel like my way, other than just being the neighborhood legend and being everybody at Virginia at the Rec Center, I can do it in my world like this too.
Hey man, we had it was some good games at Virginia.
Oh yeah, the Rec. Oh yeah, that's why I really met Fred at. That's when I knew Fred could fly. That's how I met Fred. I met Fred at the Rec. So like Fred was like, it feel like Fred could jump over this whole damn house for real.
Bro, whole family, bro, little brother too, bro. He could fly too. Dang. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm you got any more questions? Before I start shooting.
Yeah, actually, I do got another question, bro. Okay, so still sticking with the media, right?
Yeah.
What other than podcasting do you want to try to like venture off into?
That's a great question. I want to be the local newsman at like a news station. So like maybe like maybe like Fox in Atlanta do what DJ Shop doing.
Okay.
Basically like that. And also, if I can have my number one thing that I would do in the world of sports is to be a play-by-play caller. I got to call a game in Florida about like 3 weeks ago, Eastern Florida against Florida Southwestern, the JUCO game. But I want to be the ones after the college football game, run to the middle of the field and get that.
Okay.
You want to be number one.
You want to be
run
on
to that
in
field
action.
And get in action, the midst. Like they throwing water on. I may get caught up and get, a little caught up.
Okay.
That's mainly what I would want to do if it was my best case scenario. But doing Snoody Line podcasts like this, I'd be hella content to do it their way too. Because I can run after a kid's game and do the same type of thing. I can do it that way right here, or I can do it that way with the kids too. Because it ain't like a little lower up. So like both on to me is a win.
Oh yeah, for sure. There you go. Hey man, hey. I see what you're doing, bro, and I like what you're doing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was tell you, bro, I want to say in person, bro. I'm proud of you, dog.
I appreciate that,
You're doing your thing, bro, for sure, bro. I appreciate you having me on your great podcast, bro. Man. You feel me? It's good vibes on here, bro, and I appreciate you having me.
For sure. So my last thing to you is, this for the kids. You got a kid. What would you tell the youth to, have what to look out for when they getting older, or just whatever, or just any of your message to the youth?
To like all of the youth? Because I got a little girl too now.
Yeah, I want Nina's too, little ladies too. That's important too.
Man, that's a good question. I would say stick with what you're passionate with. Whatever your passion is, stick with it and figure out different ways to be a part of it.
Right.
It ain't just gotta be one way. That's why you see a lot of like players becoming coaches or trainers, or it's so many different ways to tap in with what you love. You just gotta figure out what it is. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, you can do that.
For sure. So, any New Year's resolution before we get out of here? And shout outs.
New Year's resolutions? Start back working out consistently, man.
Yeah,
Well, get healthy first, but I gotta start back working out consistently, man. Like I gotta get back on my routine. Like, that routine is everything, man. That's when I feel the most productive, when I can get the most done. Like if I'm on my daily routines, yeah.
And also, I want to give a shout out to my nephew, who, you know what I'm saying, right here playing the game, working the camera, handing me my phone.
Oh, yeah, for
you know
sure.
What I'm saying, did all the setup. Nephew, what's your favorite team? UGA. What about NFL? You ain't got no NFL team? No. Come on, right quick. Come over here. Let me see the mic. Tell everybody why UGA is your favorite. They're my nephew, by the way, my cousin, nephew. But tell everybody why UGA your favorite team.
I don't even know. I think it's just because I'm from Georgia.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
So tell me who your favorite NFL player is.
Oh, no.
It ain't Odell Beckham no more?
No.
What about Justin Jefferson?
He good, but no.
So if I ask you to do the gritty, could you do the gritty?
No.
Right.
I can. I can. I just wouldn't.
Okay. So tell everybody the game you always be carrying me on.
Fortnite.
For sure. So we're going to play later on?
I don't play that no more.
What you play now?
I don't play the game for real no more.
Oh. So why you playing Madden then?
Hey, don't do that.
Oh, all right.
Don't do that.
All right, this Snoody Lounge Podcast, man, and we out of here, man. For sure.